Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to first episode of Starlink Pulse for 2024. Today, we are very happy to have a very special guest with us today, our new Chief Growth Officer for Infinigate, Mr. Dennis Ferrand-Ajchenbaum. Welcome to Dubai.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. And first of all, let me thank you, Nidal, Mahmoud, and yourself, and the team for welcoming me so warmly on my first day of work as Chief Growth Officer for Infinigate. It's really impressive to be with you today.
We wish you a great luck.
Thank you.
We have also Starlink CEO, Mr. Nidal Othman. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, and I'm very happy to host you here in my office as well.
So thank you, appreciate it, Nidal. And let me start now with the first question.
Let me get ready.
The Infinigate team, Spark Your Growth, is aimed at enhancing our stakeholders grow their business. How this resonates with you as the Chief Growth Officer at Infinigate?
Thanks for the question, Ahmed. In fact, you have the response in the text. Spark the Growth and Growth Officer means one denominator, which is growth. So that's the mission. That's the core mission, to make sure that we have the right value proposition to help our partners or ecosystem to grow their business. I would define ourselves to be a value-added distributor. I prefer to define an aggregator on cybersecurity solution and professional services that most likely we will be transforming to become a technology platform. This is the model we have. This is far beyond what any distributor can do in the market today, and that's why this challenge is absolutely thrilled for my own destiny, and I'm so excited to get started with.
Great, good luck with that. Nidal, it's been more than a year now since Starlink merged with Infinigate. Tell us how this partnership emerged as a global VAD.
Actually, look, in Infinigate, Starlink merge is really a success story. Our original plan was to complete the complete integration in 1 year. However, we managed to do it in less than 6 months. And so the back-end integration was seamless. We have a zero downtime. And really we leverage the skills and the systems that both organizations have. So we don't have to really do any major change in our systems or processes. So the integration went very well. From the business side, as you know, we leverage the synergy between both organizations, and many vendors really leverage of this relationship and partnership. So we have many vendors that we have them already in Europe. We managed to expand with them in Middle East and vice versa. Really, I will give the credit to our group CEO, Klaus, and the board member, because the focus during the last year was just to focus in business and growing the business. So the journey was a great journey, and so far, and I'm sure this year will continue our growth as well.
Amazing. Thank you, Nidal. So then let me know now, recently everybody talk about shifting to the cloud. Actually, it's happening as we speak. How do you see this shift affect our business?
Cloud is everywhere. In fact, the reality is it's not about just shifting workload from on-prem to the cloud. Cloud has become centric within IT, just based on consumption subscriptions model, and there is a massive opportunity for distribution overall to play in the cloud. My first immediate reaction would be on the service approach. We can handle a lot of different services within the cloud, starting from cloud security, DevSecOps. We definitely can see that shift coming also from software as a service. Software as a service became the industry standard in terms of value proposition from the vendors. It's not any longer perpetual licensing. This model is over. It may exist on certainly large ERPs and kinds of CRMs, but honestly, the market has shifted to software as a service. We have a fantastic platform. Infinigate Cloud is delivering SaaS solution from Microsoft Azure, but we want to enhance that value proposition with Secure the Cloud, which is all about software as a service from the cybersecurity vendor. This is a massive opportunity for Infinigate Group.
Amazing. Now, Nidal, in addition to your role as the CEO for Middle East and Africa, you had the responsibility of vendor management at Infinigate globally. Can you give us the insights about this role and what enhancement you did during that period?
Look, when you look at the Infinigate portfolio, we have the market leader vendor into the three main pillars of Infinigate: cybersecurity, the secure cloud, or secure network. So my role was basically to build a centralized vendor management teams and leverage the executive team that we have them across the group, adding on top of that the group expert, the marketing champion, and having a group business development manager who take the full ownership and responsibility to make sure that everything we discuss with the vendors is happening and executed locally in the country. So our aim was really to give our vendors to have the same experience whenever they are dealing with Infinigate across all the 30 countries that we are operating. So the strategy was always to do more, but with less vendors. And so that's why we identify almost 30 strategic vendors as a stage one to manage them at the group levels. Our mission was to be the preferred value-added distributor. And to achieve it, we need to show value, bringing incremental business to these vendors. This definitely reflects on increasing our existing market share with them. And it helped us really to expand with all these vendors across the whole MEA. So far, everything went as per the plan, with the support with all the Infinigate members, all the leaders. They were supportive with the idea of having a centralized. It's not easy because historically we have our business completely decentralized. So it went perfectly well. And it well executed. And I'm happy now to have Danny is joining as a Chief Growth Officer. And in upcoming few weeks, we will go through the transition to hand over the vendor management back, because for us, the vendor management is sitting the core of our business as a distributor, and there's a huge potential to grow with our vendors. But I think what has been built so far, it's very solid. So we have the right now infrastructure, the right foundation to take it to the next level.
Perfect. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Let's now move to another very important subject, which is marketing. And we all know marketing plays a very critical role helping sales team achieving their targets, especially when it comes to demand generation. So can you let us know from your perspective, how do you see the aspect of the lead generation task of the marketing helping the sales team?
I think you're absolutely spot on. If we could modelize vendor management as being the gasoline of the engine, marketing is another ingredient for that engine. It enables sales. And I have been in value-added distribution for the last 25 years. And honestly speaking, talking to vendors, it's really always about the same requirement. Net new incremental, they call it new logos. In fact, new logos come from lead generation, direct touch, when we have the ability to pitch to end customer. Doesn't mean we trade, we just evangelize technologies to end customer. And this is a centralized model which exists, by the way. And I was so amazed when I got the chance and opportunity to meet with Nidal and Mahmoud yesterday. You are a blueprint that a lot of distributors would envy, to be honest speaking. So marketing is a core function of growth and enablement of sales. And I can tell you, the aim is to replicate what is existing already in this part of the world.
Perfect. Nidal, we recently just accomplished a very successful sales kickoff for 2024. And as usual, Starlink announced some initiatives for the current year. So can you give us, enlighten us on those initiatives and the strategy behind those?
Okay, it's always every year we try to come up with something new. And the mission always to bring value on top of the value that we already have, to stay ahead of the game. And the expectation as well from our vendors and partners is very high on what we can achieve, and there's no limit of what we can do. However, we identify 3 areas where in 2024 we will be laser focused on these 3 areas. The first is to help and accelerate the transformation of our legacy partner to become MSSP, and also working with an existing MSSP partner to scale the business with them. Actually, the MSSP partner today is the highest growth partners year over year. So we see a massive growth with our MSSP partners, and we have many vendors. They do have already MSSP program. So we will have a dedicated sales team on the channel side who are gonna be focused completely on scaling the business with MSSP. The second, it's the commercial. Now, Starlink historically is known in the enterprise space. Now, after the merge with Infinigate, we leverage the commercial skills and expertise and the machine that Infinigate has in order to extend it to Middle East. So now we will, this year we will focus more and more with a commercial partner. And I think the commercial partner is a massive opportunity to penetrate the white space. And many of our vendors want to scale their business beyond the enterprise business. So that's the second focus area. The third actually is our vendor alliances. As you know, Starlink sitting in the middle, we have within Middle East more than 60 vendors. And many of these vendors, they already have a technology alliances among all of them. So our role here being in the middle is to make sure that all these vendors, they are talking to each other, offering and integrated solutions to the end user through our channel ecosystem. So we estimated with these 3 initiatives, we will be able to bring additional $100 million on top of forecasts that we have done, because it's an untapped area, and I'm sure with the dedication, with the focus, we will be able to achieve it.
Impressive. Very interesting initiative indeed. Now, Danny, Infinigate has more than 35,000 partners across global. So just can you let us know your strategy for those partners to scale and get engaged and integrate within the whole ecosystem?
This is one of the initial response I made. It's all about the value proposition we deliver to those partners. 35,000 is a huge number, I can tell. We need to keep the guys on board, and our association in the market is a trusted advisor. We are a cyber security, network security trusted advisor, and we need to continue to have that recognition by enhancing the portfolio. Nidal has been very clear. There are buckets of technology alliance partnership which will differentiate us from competition, because we will have the capability to do cross-selling, upselling, solution selling that will be unique to the market. Most likely, it's like there's no competition because you create a solution with your own professional services. There are segments that today we don't touch. We can't be everywhere. In fact, when you look at cybersecurity landscape, there are about 15 sub-segment categories. We can't address all of them, but we may select some which are the most relevant, where in association of the existing business, we will embark our partner ecosystem to this trusted advisor. It could be from new segment, it could be from adjacent complementary segment, this is the program we will put in perspective to make sure that these 35,000 partner ecosystem remain extremely loyal to us.
Amazing. Nidal, 2023 was a great success for Starlink across Middle East and Africa. Now, what's your strategy to keep the growth and even grow more in 2024?
Okay, let me maybe start with sharing some numbers. If you look at 2023, we managed to grow the company by 26% year over year in terms of revenue. And that's put us as the second largest region after Germany within Infinigate. And if you look at the growth year over year, we are the fastest growing region within MEA as well. So for this year, our aim is to achieve 40% market share from the cybersecurity market in Middle East. If I look at the area of growth, definitely the cloud solutions that we have and all the offering around the cloud will have the highest growth that we expect this year. Also, the latest domain that we entered a few years ago is the intelligent automation. We will double our investment in this area, and we saw a great ROI coming from intelligent automation. So, in summary, we will never slow down. So we're gonna continue our growth year over year, and with the support with Infinigate, I think it make our life much easier to focus on the business and growing the business and take our business to the next level.
Perfect. Now, I need to finish with you, Dennis, with a very important aspect for our business, which is professional services. And as we know, professional service plays a major role and for a lot of our partners to grow their business and we enhance their capabilities. Infinigate as a service-oriented company by itself, how do you see that helping our partners and playing their role with the partner success?
In fact, we developed that tiny bit earlier. There is no solution if there is no services. As we want to deliver solution, we have to have the professional services component. It's a kind of a mandatory layer into your model. What we do today is extremely vendor-oriented. We can think about migration, installation, deployment, L1, L2 support, education, professional services. I believe we can enhance the value proposition, on additional layers coming with the increase of ransomware, such as pen testing. It is an opportunity to develop services. Breach attack simulation, it is another opportunity that we can provide to our partners as a model to use and consume through some SKUs that we will be onboarding potentially on the platform. The additional thinking I have had so far is that the MSSPs that Nidal has been quoting before is one of the most addressed ecosystem that we have. We have done so many campaigns to onboard them from MSP to MSSPs. We educated them from the trusted advisor model that I was describing before. And these guys, they are ready for a next level. And I would think that SOC as a service or MDR as a service would be something which resonates not to the big guys, of course, the MSSPs such as the GSI as an example, because Telco SI and GSI are MSSPs usually, but smaller MSPs that we do address, which is the core business that we have, are ready to a next level, getting those services from us directly.
Perfect. Dennis, thanks a lot. Thank you again
for
being
having
with
me.
us today, and very good luck in your new role as a Chief Growth Officer at Infinigate. Nidal, thanks a lot for this insightful discussion. Thank you everyone for being with us.
Thank you.